Hello, friends. In this video, I wanted to talk about dopamine because it's a piece of the puzzle that explains why we do what we do. And I don't know about you, but I totally love understanding the why, because then I can get different results if I understand what it is I'm doing that's not working. Dopamine is the primary driver of the brain's reward system, creating feelings of pleasure that reinforce certain behaviors. So what behaviors do you want to reinforce? And a lot of us are on that autopilot, reinforcing behaviors that are not serving us. That's where the cravings are coming from. The social media, when we're just stuck scrolling, it's definitely giving dopamine, but it's coming from a false source. It's like a false pleasure. Yes, it gives you a high, eating those processed foods high in sugar, but it also gives you a crash later on. And you need more and more and more of it to get that result of feeling good. And is it even the kind of feeling good that you're seeking? What if there's a better way? I'm Wendolyn Davis. I'm a certified life, health, weight loss coach. I work at Vitality Weight Loss and Wellness Center, and I have private clients, and I love figuring things out. I've been reading this book, Glucose Revolution, which I'll talk more about in other videos. But just to explain how powerful that is, in a 2016 study, mice were given a lever with which they could activate their own dopamine neurons. The researchers saw a peculiar behavior. If they left the mice to their own devices, the mice spent all their time pressing the lever to activate the dopamine neurons over and over. They stopped eating and drinking, to the point where eventually the researchers had to end the experiment because otherwise the mice were going to die. The mice's dopamine obsession had made them forget their basic needs. This is all to say that animals, including humans, really like dopamine. And eating sweet foods is an easy way to get that hit. So if we're wanting to change our behavior, first we've got our mindset. Our mindset says, yes, I can do this. I'm interested in my vitality. I want healthy habits. I believe in me. I want that investment in myself. To be with my family longer, grandkids, children, whatever it is, your goal is. It's getting clear and remembering why we want what we want, why we want these healthy habits, knowing that there's always two roads. And that autopilot of dopamine for the quick hit is addictions. Like I said, whether it's sugar, social media, scrolling, drugs, gaming, all kinds of addictions that really aren't adding value to our life and they're not serving us. Here's the good news. You can get dopamine in so many other ways that give us that health and vitality, that add fulfillment to our lives, that add value. And here are a few of them. Exercise, just brisk walks, strength training, whatever it is you can do, something is always better than nothing. Meditations, really just 5-10 minutes of that deep breathing. I love Boho Beautiful, where they have meditations you can Google on YouTube. They have 10-minute ones. They give you mantras to think about. There's so many good ones. So meditation does not have to be hard. My mindset is it's so healthy for me. And it feels so good. And I've been doing them every night before bed. And then we have spend time outside. The sun is actually good for us. Listen to music. Music is powerful. It helps us change our physiology, which helps us change our focus and our thinking. Social interaction is good. That increases our dopamine. Practicing gratitude. Yes, that definitely adds more dopamine with feeling good, and it will change your brain. It will change how you view the world. And those tyrosine-rich foods, which help boost our dopamine naturally. That includes avocados, bananas, dark chocolate, yay, right? But not with too much sugar, and dairy. And then, of course, reducing that sugar intake, because too much sugar is that blast of dopamine, and it's actually dropping you lower, and it's wreaking havoc on our lives because we need more and more and more of it. And then we do forget our basic needs, right? We forget to eat the food that isn't processed to death. We forget to eat our protein and our vegetables and our fruit, and even to drink our water. So what if there's one or two things that you want to work on to start increasing your dopamine naturally? Because again, two roads. This one's automatic with the dopamine where you get that hit, but you need more and more of those activities in order to get the amount of dopamine that your brain is seeking. So for the new road, pick a couple things that you want to start working on and practice, 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 so that then this road becomes automatic, where you have a map, you know exactly what you're doing to get your dopamine from places that are natural and fulfilling and are giving you those healthy habits that you desire and deserve. This will also help with weight loss because it will give you a new path instead of going for the cravings. And it will help to break that sugar addiction that most humans have, because sugar is so readily available in processed foods. We over-consume, and it really is messing with our bodies. So let's choose dopamine from those natural sources that reinforce that type of behavior. And that is fulfilling and adding value to your life. Be sure and like and subscribe and share these videos with your friends. Let's get the word out about healthy habits and getting our power back. It feels so good to choose the food that we're eating, to choose the activities that we want to do, and not let sugar have control over us, and not let our devices have control over us, where we are planning and making progress and becoming the version of us that we want. And I would love to meet you and be able to work with you and show you strategies to help you kick butt and to help you become the version of you that you want. I just love having a coach, and I love being a coach. It's one of the best things ever to have somebody else show me what I'm missing and teach me new strategies of things that I can do to overcome what's hard for me. All right, wherever you are in your journey, you got this, and you're worth it, and it's one step at a time. See you in the next video. Bye.